Make sure there's no one gonna gank us in the back. And we go to deal with Zere.
Though these demons were unanticipated, your arrival was not. I've seen it burning brightly in my visions for some time. How long did you think you could escape us? You have stolen our shards, defiled them with your touch, and now you will die, Kalakcha!
Know that I've come here in hopes that we could reach a peaceful understanding.
Know that you are in no position to demand anything from me. You will answer for your crimes, along with this frail thing that carries the last of the Jero blood.
Do I not deserve to know which crimes I have committed?
You don't know your crimes? Very well. Let me recount them. You have slaughtered many of our people, and you hold in your possession relics sacred to the Githyanki, silver sword of our people. Fragments of it.
Oh, Githyanki attacked me first. You're the ones to blame. I did not do anything but defend myself.
They did so in response to your crime. As you carry the shards, so must you carry the guilt as well.
So the thing you're behind, what is it exactly?
Oh, it looks so shimmering. I think it's not fully in this dimension. Just like that barrier we passed on the way here.
It is a door shaped by my people. One that leads to the realms of the Githyanki, and maintained by my will alone.
And what do you want with Chandra?
Why, the same thing you want from her. She is the last known descendant of one who stole a silver sword from us.
I see. So Jero stole one of your silver swords?
You already know the answer. The time for your deceptions is over.
Why are you looking for his sword after all this time?
His sword? The blade he stole from us was broken. Instead of prying the blade from his hands, we must hunt down the mess of his crime.
I see, but we were told that Jero died a long time ago. Did he not?
Yes. The lives of humans are all too brief. But their sins are passed to their kin, and so has Jero's crime passed to his descendant.
I see. So how do you expect Chandra to lead you to the silver sword?
Within her thoughts, somewhere is the knowledge I seek. I will leave no memory unturned, no shred of self untouched. And when I have what I need, I shall execute her.
Oh, that's all I wanted to know about Chandra and Naman. So, what now?
Now you will face your punishment, Kalakcha. It is why your path brought you here, and why the shards you carry will soon be added to mine.
I mean, you all attacked me first, so you are the ones to blame.
They did so in response to your crime. As you carry the shards, so must you carry the guilt as well.
You attacked me before I had a shard. Fine. How do you plan to kill me?
If you were in the astral plane, the Lich Queen would see that you were slowly tortured, killed, and then raised again for countless cycles. Your crime merits many deaths.
Okay, so if you aren't the Lich Queen, so do you really have the authority to carry out my sentence?
Among the Githyanki, none but the Lich Queen have more authority than I. Enough of this. know that I will hear your pleas and allow you this one last chance to atone for your crime. My offer of mercy is this. I will grant a swift, painless death for you and your companions if you freely hand over the shards you have taken.
Why do you not come and get them?
Did you really think you could keep such relics of my people? They do not belong to you. Odd. I have all the ones you carry, yet it seems you still possess one. You have a piece of the sword inside of you. And I shall remove it from you by force.
Come.
By the shadows of Merdelaine.
Looks like we have company.
You think this is over? You are wrong, Kalakcha. And I hope the pain you have brought here is revisited upon you 1,000-fold. The Lich Queen will know of my fall, yes. But it will be too late. What comes for you will be revenge enough.
We could have resolved this without fighting. You brought this on yourself. I have no sympathy for your warmongering ways. It is all on you.
We were never the ones you had to fear. In defying us, you have harmed your own people and everything on your plane. The Githyanki will strike at you no longer. This was the last of our strongholds devoted to the recovery of the shards. There will be no more attacks from my people, because it will serve no purpose. You have sealed your fate.
What are you talking about? What purpose?
The shards you carry were needed. The shard and you all are needed. Evil wakes, Kalakcha. And in killing me, you now stand alone against what comes.
And what is that?
An ancient enemy comes for you. One that has existed for millennia. You have already felt the effects of his presence, and he will grow stronger with time. This enemy, this king of shadows, if he succeeds in his plans, your civilization will become dust, and all life will be consumed by darkness.
Okay, we could have worked together, but you refused.
I will see you in death, Kalakja. I do not think I will have to wait long.
Oh, you will. I almost feel like we missed a shard off her. I guess not.
I'm getting so tired of this. You have to let me save you sometime, or else I'll never be able to pay you back.
Oh, there'll be plenty of time for you to pay all of us on the way back to Neverwinter.
You all put me in danger. I'm not paying you a single coin.
Oh, then you'll be paying me another way. My bedroll's a little cold at night. I'm thinking you can fix that.
I could always set you on fire, Bishop. That'd solve 2 problems.
You wound me, girl. Or is that jealousy I hear? Don't worry, I'll get to you soon enough.
Bishop, if you do not watch your tongue, we can just cut it off.
Quick to defend the farm girl, I see, and not hard to see why from the look of her. But perhaps my words were ill-chosen, just like this journey. Now that we have our precious little treasure, shall we go?
I want to examine these Ilfarn frescoes before we head back to the flagon. There might be something to learn here. Okay, is there nothing we can learn? Is there nothing we can learn? I was really hoping we could learn something here. Okay. Hey.
Can we go now?
Yes, let's head back to the sunken flagon now.
Hey, welcome back! Glad to see you've all returned, and in one piece, no less.
Actually, I kind of discovered I have an extra piece inside.
Huh? What do you mean?
Tell me everything you know about the wound on my chest.
Look, I don't know why you're asking again. Surely you've heard this before. You were just a babe when West Harbor was attacked near the end of the war with the King of Shadows. You suffered that wound from a stray arrow or debris.
Oh, please, I need to hear every detail.
I don't know anything else, especially about something that happened so many years ago. What about where you've been?
You know what I mean. There's a shard buried within me, right behind this scar.
Inside the wound on your chest. That means you've been carrying around the shard almost your entire life. We had no idea.
Ah, notice the stumble in his words. Your uncle has been keeping secrets, I think.
Silence, Bishop. I don't know if I'm the best one to be telling you this, but if you've got one of those shards in you, I think you've earned the right to hear everything.
Yes, I want to hear the whole story. Please tell me. Finally.
Dagon probably already told you, but when you were an infant, West Harbor was the site of a battle, a terrible battle. The King of Shadows himself led an army of demons against the Neverwinter army, which had gathered at the village. West Harbor was struck suddenly, without warning. There was panic, confusion, villagers fleeing every which way to escape the battle. But Dagon's wife Shayla and your mother Esmeril did not. They stayed behind to save you. As demons and mage fire rained upon the village, they fought to reach your crib. By the time Dagon even realized they were missing, it was too late. He could only watch from a distance as the village was consumed in the battle.
But I was told my mother died giving birth to me.
It wasn't my decision to keep what happened to your mother from you, and my brother would be furious I told you. I guess he thought it would be too much for you. In any case, when the few that remained returned to the village, no one was alive. Except you. Your mother was there. So much blood, and you were clutched in her bosom. A deep wound in your chest. She tried to shield you, but the shard must have cut through her and into you. No one knew how you survived, but you did, and your wound sealed itself within days, leaving the scar that you still bear. But if that wound was due to the shard that pierced you, then that raises many questions, and I'm afraid I'm just all out of answers.
I know it wasn't easy for you to tell me, but thank you. The more I know, the better. We need to know these secrets.
It's been with me for a long time. I am glad I could finally speak of it.
Why the long faces, you two? Somebody die? If so, sounds like a cause for celebration to me. Grobnar, you worthless half-man, strike up a tune before I strike you.
Of course, Sir Bishop. It so happens I have just the tune.
By the way, I've decided it would be in both our interests if I stay on with you.
And why do you want to do that?
What? Does a man need a reason? Come now. Duncan's kind request was enough to start this, I think. Why not finish it?
We don't need any more of your help.
No, there's no need, Bishop. I'm sorry for before, but you've done more than...
Oh, come now, Duncan. I still owe you. And what better way to make it up to you than watching your kin here? After all, a debt is a debt, all the way until the end. Isn't that right?
I hate to ask, but what happens now? I can't go back to my farm, ashes and all.
I still need you to get into Amanjuro's Haven. I don't want to sound like I'm using you, but we do need to get in there.
Careful. Any more compassion out of you and it could kill me.
Oh, well, if we just need her to get into the Haven, oh, that's fine then. That I can understand.
If that is your decision, so be it. But it is her decision as well, since it endangers her.
I really appreciate the sudden interest from the both of you, but I can take care of myself. Besides, whenever I'm alone, that's when the problems seem to crop up.
If she's going to be with us, she'll need to do some catching up. We can't just keep on rescuing her all the time.
Rescuing me? I can rescue myself. Sometimes, when there's not too many lizard men or Githyanki.
Haven't you always wanted an adventuring life?
Well, I know enough to use a sword, and I can handle myself in a fight. I mean, I'm no spellcaster, but if you need an extra blade... I admit you've rescued me twice now, and if you're going to help teach me to survive these attacks, I accept. But there's some things you're going to have to accept too. I don't like being left behind, because whenever you're out of my sight, suddenly all this trouble starts happening, and I'm really tired of it. So, look. I won't try to get in your way or anything, but I don't want us to part ways again. I've lost too much already. You're not leaving me behind, all right?
I didn't mean for anything to happen to your home, but if we can make up to you, we will.
Then that's all I ask.
Okay.
So for now, I say we crack some of those kegs and drown the flagon in wine.
Oh, I see.
Lord Nasher, forgive us. She said it could not wait.
It is a matter of some urgency, and there is little time. My lord, I come to you with...
You will bow to Lord Nasher.
Of course. I meant no disrespect, my lord.
What brings you here, Torio? If there is some new dispute with Luskan, speak with the Trade Guild first, then...
Oh no, my lord. This matter concerns Neverwinter. There is a murderer loose in your city.
Murderer? And whom has this murderer killed?
An entire village lies dead, my lord.
Naval, have our scouts reported anything about...
The village was slaughtered, and now the murderer hides here within your walls. You must initiate a search at once.
Only one of us wears a crown. Yet you dare to give me orders within my halls? I will do nothing until I confirm this village's destruction. Then, if I see fit, I will act. Do not test me on this.
Whatever pleases you, my lord. But I would act quickly, lest the murderer slip through your fingers. If that were to happen, I have no doubt there would be serious repercussions. I do not need to remind you of the extradition treaty.
By every god and his mother, what a fool I was to ever sign anything bearing Luskan's seal.
I can have Torio detained, Lord Nasher.
No. She would not be so bold if there were not something to her claims. Dispatch scouts, Naval, and order the watch to search the city. I think it would be in our interest to find the killer before Luskan does.
If I may, my lord, I have someone well suited to aid in our search. An agent of ours, Sand. I think that he can help us find our true murderer, no matter how deep Luskan tries to hide him.
Sand? I recall that one. I thought he was our eyes, but not by choice.
In this matter, my lord, we may trust him implicitly. He takes a certain pleasure in bringing Luskan truths to light.
Very well. See to it, Naval, and make haste.
There you are.
Greetings, how may I be of assistance to you?
I am here because Luskan has accused you of murder. An entire village, no less. Have you heard of Ember?
I have traveled through it. I did not slaughter it, though. They were all fine when I left. The giths were there.
I've scraped things from my boot that I respect more than Luskan. But unless we find some means of clearing you of these charges, we will have to surrender you to them. We've signed a treaty with Luskan. They have the right to dispense low justice for any crimes committed on their soil. But I'm not turning over a loyal member of the Watch to some Luskan dog on this day or any other.
I see. So how do I prove my innocence?
Your guilt is preordained in a Luskan court. If you were a lord, knight, or even a squire, however, then matters would be different. You would be subject to high justice, and your trial would take place here in Neverwinter before Lord Nasher.
Very well. Tell me what you want me to do, and it shall be done.
I need you to go see Sir Grayson, one of Lord Nasher's most trusted knights, and become his squire. I may also send a friend of mine to assist you. He has proven invaluable in such cases in the past. Mind you, the matter must still go to trial, and if you cannot prove your innocence, then you will face execution. For now, let us deal with what we can. See Sir Grayson at once at Captain Berlena's office. Pledging yourself to Neverwinter's service will give us time to counter these Luskan lies, and until you answer for these charges, the gates of the city will be barred to you. Seek out Grayson, but do not leave the city.
No way in the hells will I let those Luskans get their hands on you.
But there's still something we can do, right? Even Naval said as much. All you have to do is pledge yourself to one of the knights and Luskan can't touch you.
And we're innocent, besides. I mean, the slaughter of an entire village? That's going too far, even by Luskan standards.
Is it? If you have something Luskan wants, they'd kill an entire city for it. They don't care. They attacked Neverwinter once, and even now they're sending fleets to attack Ruithim. Give them an excuse and you'll soon find Luskan blades at your gate.
Duncan, looks like we have a guest.
Oh, as if the day couldn't get any worse. What do you want, Sand?
I am here to help you. And your kin, actually.
Oh, really? And what's the price? If it's more than a half copper, you can see yourself out.
No, I seem to have been given an ultimatum, in fact. I have heard of your troubles with Luskan.
Word travels fast.
Know that if you are sent to Luskan, you will be killed.
I see. And you will help me. Why?
I realize you may find my sincerity difficult to believe, but allow me to act on your behalf. There are laws, and there is right and wrong. While I believe you are quick to take liberties with the law, I do not believe you are guilty of this. And if they should get a hold of you, you will be killed. I believe people should answer for their crimes, but it must be just.
I'm not convinced why you want to help me still.
If you have ever been ruined by politics, you know that at some point one must make a stand, or else more will fall.
I think we should give him the chance. This is not a battle that can be won by swords, and I, for one, am ill-equipped for such a fight.
Sure. After all, a hedge wizard can't make things any worse. Maybe all that digging through books might prove useful.
If we need to burn down Luskan, then perhaps we shall seek you, Quara, but your ignorance will cause more damage here than you know. Luskan is not ruled by men, it is ruled by magic, by the masters of the towers, and if they have decided that you are to be delivered to them, then...
So, let them try.
Whatever spark of magic you think you have, you idiot girl, they will bleed from you by demon, spell, and curse until even your father won't be able to save you. And I suspect that what they seek may have consequence beyond you, beyond me, for much of the realms.
Very well, and what do you suggest?
Fortunately, becoming a squire is enough for our needs, and I believe you have already been told about someone who can help you. Sir Grayson, yes? Let me join with you. I have considerable experience with these matters, and foiling Luskan plots is something I relish.
Very well, then let's go see Sir Grayson. Mishka, there you are. You're hard to track down as ever. Well, with the network of informants you have, Tasha, I wouldn't have thought finding me would be that hard, or maybe it is, when you're as good as I am. So, you're back. Leldon told me. So, you and Leldon, you're... Oh yes, but that's old news, and he's better than ever. He's planning on one last job before he retires, as the greatest thief in Neverwinter history. One last job? The greatest thief in Neverwinter? How does he figure that? Have you heard of the Collector? He has the most valuable collection of art, sculptures, and artifacts in Neverwinter. Leldon will take the best of the lot and will retire like a king. We will retire like kings and queens to Kalimshan. That's why Leldon is the greatest thief ever, and you'll always be hanging by his coattails. Farewell, Nishka. The greatest thief ever, right. Now, no way Leldon's getting better of me. I'm the greatest thief, not him. You say we can just track him down and get rid of him. He's been more trouble than he's worth. Good. We'll get him together. Greatest thief in Neverwinter might tail. It's like he's deliberately trying to rub it in my face. I know where Collector lives. It's in the Black Lake. I say we go there. We'll go after Leldon and we put him in his place and make some gold while we're at it. Alright. Sand, we're going to have to address you and Chandra here soon. And we still need to equip our fellows, but hopefully we don't have to worry about combat within Neverwinter. I really would think they shouldn't allow enemies within their gates, but who knows? Yep. Where were we supposed to meet him?
Faerûn.
There we go. Mass haste. I really didn't realize this whole party. I would have taken that sooner.